What if an entire city could vanish, not swallowed by sand, not erased by war, but simply forgotten? Hidden behind towering cliffs in the heart of the desert, carved directly into living rock, Petra existed in silence for centuries, untouched by conquest, yet erased from memory. Wind moved through its empty corridors, shadows crept across monuments with no one left to watch them. This is not just the story of a lost city, it is the story of human ambition, mastery over nature, and the fragile line between greatness and oblivion. Petra is often described as a lost city in the desert, but that description barely hints at its true scale and importance. This ancient metropolis was once a powerful economic and cultural center, positioned at the crossroads of major trade routes linking Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean world. Its architecture was not built stone by stone, it was carved directly into rose-colored sandstone cliffs, blending human design with natural geology in a way rarely seen in history. At its height, Petra was home to tens of thousands of people, complete with temples, tombs, markets, and theaters. And yet, despite its scale and sophistication, Petra disappeared from written history, leaving behind a haunting mystery. How could a city so advanced, so monumental, simply fade away? To understand how Petra was lost, we must first understand how it returned to human memory, through danger, deception, and a narrow passage carved by nature itself. In 1812, Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt traveled through the Middle East under the guise of an Arab scholar, fluent in local customs and language. Guided by rumors of ancient ruins near a place called Wadi Musa, he convinced local tribesmen to escort him through a narrow canyon known as the Seek. As he passed between towering rock walls, the space suddenly opened, revealing the treasury, Al-Khazne, its massive facade carved with astonishing precision, glowing pink under the desert sun. Burckhardt could not linger, revealing too much curiosity could have cost him his life. Yet in that brief moment, the world rediscovered Petra, not as a ruin, but as a city perfectly preserved by time and isolation. But rediscovery raised a deeper question. Who could have created something so grand in such an unforgiving landscape? Petra was built by the Nabataeans, a people long misunderstood by history as wandering desert nomads. In reality, they were skilled merchants, diplomats, and engineers who transformed trade into power. By controlling caravan routes that carried incense, spices, gold, and silk, the Nabataeans amassed immense wealth and influence. Petra became their capital, not only a city of commerce, but a symbol of stability in a volatile region. Its design reflected this dual role: monumental facades for prestige, hidden pathways for defense, and strategic placement that allowed Petra to thrive while remaining nearly invisible to enemies. Yet wealth alone cannot sustain life in the desert, and Petra's survival depended on something even more remarkable than trade. Petra stood in one of the driest regions on Earth, yet it flourished for centuries. This was possible only because the Nabataeans mastered water engineering at an extraordinary level. They built dams to control flash floods, carved channels into rock to guide rainwater, and constructed vast underground cisterns to store it year-round. Ceramic pipes distributed water throughout the city, supplying homes, gardens, and public fountains. In a place where nature offered almost nothing, Petra created abundance, turning scarcity into strength and transforming the desert into a livable urban environment. But even the greatest systems depend on stability, and Petra's delicate balance would not last forever. Petra's decline was not marked by a single invasion or dramatic collapse. Instead, it unfolded slowly, shaped by forces beyond the city's control. When the Romans annexed the region, global trade routes shifted, weakening Petra's economic dominance. Earthquakes damaged its infrastructure, including the vital water systems that sustained life. Maintaining the city became increasingly difficult, and over generations, its population dwindled. One by one, homes were abandoned, markets fell silent, and Petra faded, not through destruction, but through neglect. As people left, nature returned, quietly sealing Petra away from history. For nearly 1,000 years, Petra remained largely unknown to the outside world. Wind and sand swept through empty streets, earthquakes fractured monuments, and travelers passed by without realizing a city lay hidden beyond the canyon walls. Unlike cities reduced to rubble, Petra endured, protected by isolation and geography. It became a silent archive of ancient life, frozen in time, waiting patiently to be seen again. And when Petra finally re-emerged, it challenged everything historians believed about desert civilizations. Petra stands today as proof that great civilizations are not defined by geography, but by adaptation and vision. The Nabataeans turned stone into shelter, water into power, and trade into influence. Petra reminds us that innovation often arises under pressure and that human ingenuity can reshape even the harshest environments. More than a tourist destination, Petra is a lesson carved in rock, a reminder of what humanity can achieve and how easily it can be forgotten. And that lesson still echoes through the canyon, carried by wind, shadow, and time. Hidden behind cliffs and carved by human hands, Petra waited centuries to be remembered. Its survival is not an accident, it is a testament to resilience, creativity, and silence. The lost city of Petra stands today not as a ruin, but as a memory reclaimed, reminding us that history is never truly gone. It is only waiting for someone to look closer. If this cinematic journey into the lost city of Petra moved you, like the video to support the channel, subscribe for more deep history documentaries, and comment below which lost civilization should we uncover next. Until next time, stay curious.